UFC 309, pretty mid-card, John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Let's get into it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Only going to be covering the main event because I simply do not care about the other fights, and I am a fake fan. So, yeah, let's just get into it, though. I'm going to start off with Mauricio Ruffy versus Jame Luntop. I don't really know anything about this James dude. Mauricio Ruffy. Uh, this guy's so good. His performance at UFC 301, amazing. He's very creative. His kicks are good. His boxing could be a little better, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the big favorite here. -750. I'm gonna go with him. Probably by stoppage. I do not know anything about this James guy, but yeah. Vivian Araujo versus Silva. Once again, another fight I really do not know anything about. And I didn't really want to take the time to do research into, actually looking at these guys fight. But I'm gonna just go Silva. I think I've seen her fight before, and she's pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna go Silva with the win. Now, Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. This is probably the most interesting fight on the card. Now, I gotta say, these odds are horrendous. Bo Nickel is not a -1,000 favorite. This is just crazy. Let's talk about it. Bo Nickel, very good. Obviously, the best wrestling you can have. I think multiple time NCAA state champ, one of the best college wrestlers ever. Paul Craig, very good has good jiu-jitsu, a vet of the sport. Has gone from 205, to 185. Yeah, this is a middleweight belt. Paul Craig, yeah, like I said, this guy's done a bunch of things. He's the only guy to beat Magomed Ankalaev. He beat Jamal Hill too, broke Jamal Hill's arm. Just yeah. Now who's gonna win between these guys? I think this is a very close fight if you actually look at it. These odds are nuts. I don't know where these odds are coming. Who made these odds? Because they're crazy. I don't think Bo Nickel's wrestling, I don't think his grappling is really going to be doing anything to Paul Craig. I think there is more of a chance of Bo Nickel knocking out Paul Craig on the feet than him submitting Paul Craig or just dominating on the ground like that. I don't think his wrestling is as good, translates over to MMA like we think it does. Or maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just didn't see anything in that Cody Brundage fight where I was like, oh wow, this guy would dominate someone like Brendan Allen. I think Brendan Allen would beat Bo Nickel pretty easily, And I know Brendan Allen he submitted Paul Craig though, but Paul Craig did a good job with him. But I don't know. I think these odds are just stupid. I'm gonna go with the favorite though. I'm gonna go with Bo Nickel. Either two things. I think it'll be a boring clinch fest where they're on the cage and Bo Nickel's trying to take him down, or he has him down but is not doing anything on the ground. I don't think he's gonna submit Paul Craig. I think Paul Craig will see him throw some submission attempts from his back maybe, or I know he tried some sort of leg crank or something on Brendan Allen. I think I can't really remember that well. He could even try that on Bo Nickel. I could see Bo Nickel knocking Paul Craig out. His boxing actually isn't that bad. I've heard like people say, like Joe Rogan say his boxing is really good and it's really put together. It's not. I think Paul Craig overall might be the better striker, but I'm not too sure about that. I think there's more of a chance of Bo Nickel knocking Paul Craig out with an overhand, and I think that's more likely to happen. I'm gonna go Bo Nickel second round KO. But if he doesn't get that KO, I think it'll be a close fight. And, we might see people chirping at Bo Nickel after this, calling this a fraud check. But I think Paul Craig is a perfect person for Bo Nickel to go through and see really, is this guy that good? But, yeah, I'm going to go with the favorite, Bo Nickel. By, either boring clinch fest or, boring grappling match or knockout in the second round. Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Very weird fight. I really don't know why this is happening. Or I do know why. Michael Chandler needed a fight and Charles Oliveira also needed a fight, and there wasn't really anyone else. So they just paired these guys up. Looked at watching their first fight. It's pretty clear Charles Oliveira is way better. I think the same thing will happen. But I think this time Charles Oliveira, I think he will. I don't think he'll do as good on the ground as last time. I think now that people have seen Charles Oliveira get a little exposed, you can say, even though who he got exposed by was Islam Makhachev and Armin Tsarukyan, best grapplers in the division. I don't think he'll do that good on the ground. I just think he'll knock out Michael Chandler probably in the first round, honestly. And Michael Chandler has had so much time off. Like, he's not fresh at all. Now, the time off he had was definitely better than time off from an injury. He had time off because he was waiting to fight Conor McGregor. He wasn't injured or anything, which I actually like that. That could maybe even play it as an advantage for Michael Chandler. But there's nothing to suggest that Michael Chandler will win. He's not a better striker. He's not a better grappler. You just put those two together, he's going to lose. And look at the first fight. He lost. And if it's the same Charles Oliveira who showed up to the Armin Tsarukyan fight, he'll destroy Michael Chandler. Now, if it's a different Charles Oliveira that's not that motivated, maybe he didn't cry before the fight, we could see a different fight, and we could see a different Charles Oliveira, or the one we've seen before at 145, a one who maybe gives up. But I don't know, man. I think Michael Chandler, he's going to be coming out trying to prove a point, and I don't think he's going to do anything either. Come on, Charles Oliveira, first round KO. I'm going to just go with that. Yeah, I hope Michael Chandler doesn't try to go out there and prove a point, and try to throw a bunch of overhands and just knock Charles Oliveira out. But at the same time, it's probably not even a bad plan, you know? He hit Charles Oliveira with some good shots in the first fight, so why not? But yeah, I'm going to go Charles Oliveira, first round KO. The main event, guys. Johnny Bones Jones versus Stipe Miocic. This guy has really short legs and a huge upper body. It's actually weird to look at. Look at this. It makes no sense. Besides the point, guys, I'm gonna go with Jon Jones here, one of the greatest of all time. I think I don't know how he's gonna. It's gonna be kind of confusing how he's gonna do it though. I think he will. I think he'll ground and pound Stipe in the second round. I think he'll do it. I think he'll end up on his back. Stipe's gonna be flattened out against the cage. Jon Jones is gonna be raining left hands to the side of his head. His head is gonna be bouncing. They're gonna call the fight. That's exactly how I see it going. Now, this fight, if it does go past that, it could be a closer fight than we think. But, a lot of people say if this stays on the feet, Stipe's winning. Stipe was his actual name, Stipe. I don't necessarily believe that. To beat Jon Jones, you got to be a fast striker. Like Lyoto Machida messed up Jon Jones on the feet for the most of their fight. Or even Dominic Reyes, he was pretty fast too. But Stipe isn't fast. He's a really good boxer, but just being a boxer, I don't think it'll be enough to beat Jon Jones on the feet. Now a lot of people think Jon Jones' striking is pretty trash at heavyweight, and honestly, we really don't know. But I looked back at that Ciryl Gane fight. For that little time he was on the feet, did he look that good? No, but he didn't look as bad as we originally thought he did. So I don't think I don't think Stipe will even be a huge problem on the feet either. He's been out for 4 years now. Got knocked out by Francis Ngannou. He could be even chinny. I don't think Jon Jones is not going to chin Stipe. He's never chinned anyone in his career. So that's definitely not going to happen. I think he's going to get a double leg on Stipe. Stipe's going to sprawl, do his thing. They're going to get to the fence. Jon Jones is going to get a he'll probably go for a high crotch. He'll get Stipe down. Stipe will get back up, and then it'll be like a weird kind of like grappling exchange. Jon Jones will hold him down for the entire first round. Then the second round comes, same exact thing, except Jon Jones gets on his back. Stipe gets flattened out, and Jon Jones is gonna rain shots to the side of Stipe's head and get the TKO and the finish. That's the only way I see this fight happening. I don't think Stipe's boxing is gonna be that good. I don't like how he apparently he's way heavier for this fight. I don't like that. I think that makes no sense. I don't know why you would want to be heavier against Jon Jones. You got to be fast to beat Jon Jones. Like Dominic Reyes was, he was faster than Jon Jones that fight, and Lyoto Machida, who's way faster than Jon Jones. I don't like how he's going to be fast, so he's going to be very slow on the feet. And he's going to be very stocky on the ground. Or not stocky, he's going to be very stiff on the ground, I feel like. And yeah, Jon Jones, there's this whole narrative now that he's just somehow a grappler, which he is now, just a grappler. That was the whole thing going into Sorrell Gone fight, even though that was a mismatch. But yeah, I don't even know what I just yapped about. Jon Jones, second round KO, TKO on the ground while Stipe's flattened out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Let me know what video I should do next, what NBA videos I should do next, and yeah, these are my UFC 309 predictions. Peace out.